We're laughing about Jason fighting a bear.
These are my fists ready to fight a bear right here.
well, hello everyone. Today we got our first question. Why are they not here? Because it wasn't 3:30 yet, but
That's
now
right.
it is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Don't worry. I got him over here on the comments. Don't worry. I'm about to light him up. Ooh.
Light him up.
Ooh.
Well, actually, no. If it's Rick, be nice to him because Rick did something really nice for me this week. If it's Jeff, just full everything, all barrage.
Yeah, I've got Rick's daughter drew me a nice picture of my cats that I have up on the fridge. So let's be nice.
But that was a while ago. So, you know.
Still, those are nice pictures, man. She captured their essence brilliantly, I have to say.
Well, welcome everybody to the Longbox Crusade. Just lazy Sunday. Mm-hmm. Ask us anything. You provide the content because you're going to provide the questions. Hello to Rick and Chola and GLHG. Welcome. Of course, I am Jared Albrick, the Death Probe, as it says here.
Mm-hmm.
And then to my side, left and right. Oh, this is so weird.
If you broad jump
Delvin. Say hello to everyone, Delvin.
Hello to everyone, Doin.
Saw it coming.
I mean, you're not expecting new jokes from me at this point.
And no, I'm not.
I don't have to put on airs around you.
Nope.
Gene Hendricks. What's with Gene giving us grief? On time, just like always, laughy. Like it starts at 3:30. What do we do?
We were
wrong?
on time. We're always on time. Did you on that spring forward?
I don't know what happened. Oh my goodness! And of course, we have my brother down there. He's manning the entire bottom of the screen today.
That's elbow room.
That's right. Yeah. It's because our cohort Pat Sampson, aka DJ Cristados. Nobody's gonna do a sound clip for him.
Oh, crap! What's this again?
We're on a tight ship today.
That's right.
Anyway, Pat is spending a weekend with his wife. Just a lovely family weekend.
We invited her along to this, but shockingly, she said no.
So surprised.
So here we are on our Ask Us Anything episode. I got a banner for that.
Mm-hmm. You do,
and we are always appreciative of our Crusaders Club members. There's a scroll for that. We got it all.
Before we get rolling, I have to say,
Go ahead.
I had my parents and Death Probe's parents over for
the
weekend.
Same parents, by the way.
Yep, same parents, same set.
That's crazy.
Crazy. So they were over and they were talking about like, what do you do on the live stream? So I YouTubed our last one where we played Outburst for them, and they laughed and laughed. They enjoyed it. They really thought it was funny. They were like, and Dad was like, Delvin's looking really good, really fit, man. He's looking sharp. You guys look like tubs of lard, but Delvin
sounds like our father. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just inferred that second part. But Dad says you're looking good, Delvin.
Tell him thank you. Tell him thank you very much. Hadn't seen Mike in a long time. Mike and Brenda were always very good to me.
Let's see here. You guys keep talking amongst yourselves. I'm going to try and bring up a picture of my father.
Oh, that will be
Let's
nice.
see if I can put it on an overlay here.
Yeah. Mike reminds me of Mr. Rogers in that aspect. He probably looks exactly the same. He hasn't dropped any weight, hadn't gained any weight.
No, he's a creature of habit.
Dad's looked the same in forever.
Yeah. Must have gone cheap with the Army Army must have liked him for the uniforms. It's like, yep, same size. Yep, just swap them out. Yep, good.
There you go. Yes,
Me, on
I
the
know.
other hand,
Like, these buttons are getting tight. I don't know.
I will never forget, and of course, Jared knows him. Good old Mr. Champ, who was
the uniform guy.
who was the uniform guy for Auburn ROTC forever, like 25 years of cadets going in and out. And I walked in there the first day, and he was like, "I don't think I have anything to fit you." Like, man. So yeah. Guess not too many guys my size were going through ROTC at the time. And heck, I was 210 when I went through ROTC. I was about 6'2", 210, as opposed to now I'm like 6'3", 240. So if this guy walked through, he would just be like, "No, you can't. No, you're right.
You're done."
We'll give you a scholarship, but I ain't fitting you. Or give me a few days and I'll stitch 2 pairs of small guys pants together."
The first 2 washouts, you get their pants.
All right, I got it ready. Finally.
All right.
And there's our father.
That's right. Yep. Listening to the show. I know he's proud. He hides it well, but he's proud.
Rocking that sweet LBC t-shirt.
See the resemblance. That's for sure.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Soak up the Mike Albrecht.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's where we come from.
That color looks good.
What's that?
The color, that purple.
Yeah, purple's a good color for the long box. It's kind of our thing.
Yeah, I went with purple for him, and I was kind of jealous when I opened it up. I was like, "Well, it's really nice."
Well, I'm behind y'all. I am the one who has not gotten any Longbox Crusade gear yet. And of course, I don't know if I introduced us to TeePublic or not. I can't take claim for that. I've just worn a lot of stuff from TeePublic in the form of black superheroes.
Mm-hmm. They've got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I would promote them if they sponsored the show, but I'm not saying, but if you want tpublic.com, you can have an Action Film Face-Off t-shirt.
Kathy's got a comment for Delvin. I don't get it, but
sticker on the Turvis. See that sticker on the Turvis?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Mystery solved.
It's driving her crazy that it's here. So,
is that thing called a Turvis?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess the brand of the tumbler. I have no idea why I kept it on. There's no reason for me to keep it on, but
is it on Her Majesty's Secret Turvis?
Stop it. All right, but we got a question since this isn't Ask Us Anything from Bite Monkey. When Periscope is discontinued, will you move to broadcasting directly in Twitter? If it can be done via StreamYard, then yes. Because right now we broadcast everything through StreamYard, which allows us to broadcast different donations. In fact, currently we're broadcasting to Twitter via Periscope, Facebook, and YouTube all at once, people.
That's nice.
This is what we do for you. Jason is actually working the foot pedals that allow this to happen, that you can't see it. It's off screen.
I don't even know what Periscope is.
Me either. I was just about to say the same thing. I have no idea what Periscope is.
It's the video service that goes to Twitter. Like when you're watching live on Twitter, that's via Periscope.
Does Kelsey Grammer run it?
What?
Does Kelsey Grammer run it?
No, that's Down Periscope, the movie you're thinking of, which is pretty funny, by the way.
That was a funny movie.
Give me credit for at least knowing that.
I will. I guess this qualifies as another Ask Us Anything question. Courtney said, "What's up?"
Well, parents just left, so settling back in, doing this show. After this, going to do some eBay stuff and prep for the week with our upcoming shows.
Oh, I hear you on the eBay stuff, man. I
have a question for you, Jared, since it's Ask Us Anything.
Okay, we'll ask each other anything. Go ahead.
Okay. So eBay, right?
I'm familiar with it.
Grant posted some of that stuff, like make an offer things, and people have been like making offers.
Okay.
Do you do that? Like,
No, I've never used it to make an offer.
Okay, yeah.
I've made offers to other people who've made it an option, but I don't.
Hold on, I'm typing over on YouTube. Make an offer. Is this for artwork or something?
No, it's for whatever you
on
have.
eBay.
Selling on eBay. There's a make an offer option. So I had a DVD set, brand new. Comedy Central host of William Shatner had it listed for $8.99 as the buy now option. This guy comes in, he said, makes an offer of $6. And I said, let's just accept it and get it out of here. And Grant's like, no, wait a minute. Let's look and see what they're going for. So Grant looks and he's like, they're going for $10, $11. I mean, that's what they're going for. So I responded back to the guy and I said, I'm going to let the market take this one because it looks like everything's going, similar products are going for $10, $11. So I'm just going to roll the dice and go with it. If you don't want to cough up $2, that's fine. And he was like, okay, you win $2.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, just
see, this is why I don't deal with it. I mean, of course, I list, here's a little peek behind the curtain for all of our fans out here truly interested in my eBay life. I list between 75 and 100 items a week. So there ain't no way I'm going to be doing no back and forth with 75 people with offers and all that. So that's why I don't bother with it.
Yeah, I've had 2 this week. I mean, I don't have near as much as you do, but I mean, the few that I have, and I've had 2, it's like, okay.
Yeah, I don't bother. I get enough stupid questions on eBay. Speaking of, not necessarily stupid questions. Speaking of questions, how much Quasar have y'all read since Crusademus? As I ask, because a certain show just came back from the dead. Oh, well, do we tell them
Quasar and Warriors?
I have. Let me think. Have I come across Quasar since Crusademus? I did see him in a panel of New Warriors #1. He did show up in a panel of New Warriors #1. That's my Quasar experience since Crusademus.
So I'm assuming that Quasar show has come back from the dead. I would take an invite from to that show, Gene.
Yeah, I would actually read another Quasar if you wanted to be on the show.
So apparently that show avoided Death Urge.
Oh, I get that. Death Urge. Got it. Okay, guys, get ready for this. I think this is going to be a more complicated answer. New question just landed in the box.
Oh,
I missed it. I misclicked it. There we go.
No, you didn't. You didn't misclick.
Yeah. By the way, Nora's episode was dope. Well, thank you very much, Michael. We are going to have another one hopefully next month. I think it's on the calendar. If not, we need to make sure we do that after this episode, Delvin.
Yeah, tell your friends.
Tell your friends. But GLH, you want to know who was the best at video games?
not me.
Let's just eliminate Jason.
Yep, I'm out.
Here's the thing.
I think I
game more than Delvin does.
Mm-hmm.
But
for sure.
Delvin has the patience for it that I don't. So especially when it comes to games that require like insane amount of precise timing, we're looking at you, Mega Man, or like Lost Levels, Mario Brothers. It's just, I don't know what. It's really hard. I try to be PG here on the stream. It's really hard. Those are the ones that I tend to. Delvin will play because he has the patience to put up with it, and then I literally will sit next to him on the couch and be like strategy guy, like, okay, it's 6 slides and then 3 jumps, and Delvin's like, I got it. And so Delvin and I are like a team. I would say Delvin has the better hand-eye coordination for games and the patience for it, but strangely enough, I play more, so that doesn't really answer questions, but I think that's inaccurate.
I think it answers the question pretty good because I always like coming over your place and you having a freaking wall full of games. And I don't know how we settled on Mega Man, but it just kind of came our thing that we would come over and we play Mega Man, like whatever.
That started in college.
Yeah, whatever version of it. And then we go in and we wind up beating it like in the time that it took me to stay over there. So it usually worked out pretty good. And we'd always start off rough trying to figure it out. And then it was like, all right, let's go look up the strategy. We look up the strategy and figure out which one to go to first. And We figured it out. I'd still say Jared's better at games because I mean he plays them and has all those games and has played a lot more games. I stopped really gaming right around probably right after I left college. And then like what I usually will play is stuff like sports games, usually like college football or whatever Madden game is out. I would play that with my younger brother and my older brother when I go home and visit them. That's like the extent of my gaming right now. Or for a while, played Guitar Hero, played the heck out of some Guitar Hero and Rock Band.
I played Guitar Hero with you at your house.
And again, there's another game that Delvin is better at than me. Delvin will play on the expert modes, and I do okay on like the more basic modes, but Delvin's like really good at Guitar Hero. Like insane.
I have the golden pipes.
It's like it's one of those things where you may not want to admit it because then you have to have that mental image of how many hours he's been by himself just playing Guitar Hero.
Well, I hope
at the same time.
I honed any of my vocal skills from karaoke, so that's how that translates. And sure enough, Chola mentioned Doin Unless You Count Rock Band, which I brought up down. Because me and like among those people I played Rock Band with, she would play and hold on, she really liked "Give Me Shelter," the Rolling Stones song.
Good song.
She liked Maps too. That map.
Oh, that's from
yes. See, I remember, Angelica. I remember.
There you go.
Wait,
new question in the hopper for us. Whose basement is Pat chained up in? Ironically, Clinton's.
He's chained to the ball right now. We'll put it that way.
You know, he's in Clinton's basement. Clinton's in our basement. So Clinton's basement, we found out, has a basement, and that's where Pat is.
He's in the basement's basement.
The base of the basement.
He's in the danger room. That's where he's at.
Or one of those very, very low levels on the pit, which is going to roll nicely into our next question. From what I assume is Rick. He wants us to, in much in the same vein as On Her Majesty's Secret Podcast, what's the most G.I. Joe thing you've done recently?
I'll leave that to y'all.
I'll take this one. I try very hard to do nothing G.I. Joe related after my time in the.
I was going to say, ever since I got out.
Really? Yeah. Try to avoid it. I did enough G.I. Joe stuff back then, so I'm done. I went camping once, I guess.
I posted on social media last week, or it may have been 2 weeks ago, but I found a G.I. Joe playset called The Conquest of Cobra Mountain.
I saw that.
I'd never even heard of that thing until I like physically, this is me bebopping into my local Goodwill, look up at the little rack on the wall there, and I'm like, is that Joe? And I look at it. It is Joe. What the heck is this thing? I've never seen it before in my life. I had $10 price tag on it. I was like, here's your $10. Brought it home, put it all together. It was pretty close to complete. And then I did some research on it. And the reason that I hadn't heard of it, and Jason, you probably hadn't either, is it came out in the 2002 wave. So like G.I. Joe figures got a little boost once the Devil's Due run kind of came out and rebooted Joe. And those figures were pretty sweet. I have a bunch of them. Never saw that playset anywhere though, but that's where it came from. It's 2002. I said I dropped $10 on it. Looks like I'll score, I'd say anywhere from 50 to 100 on eBay for it. And I probably will sell it because I don't collect the sets. They take up too much room. I just collect the guys. So yeah, I love having the figures, and I've got a huge figure collection, but sets take up too much room. So I probably will sell it on eBay and make my profit.
I only have one set, one play set.
I have one vehicle.
One vehicle. We all
I
know
bet
what
Delvin can guess what vehicle you have.
It's not the Ram.
It's the Sky Striker. It is the Sky Striker. Delvin, Delvin's done something G.I. Joe like. I mean, he's been like 4 or 5 times a week out in the dojo like Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, if that counts as
absolutely.
Yeah. I have increased my jiu-jitsu going to 5 times a week now because I'm just trying to ramp up for that next purple belt test. So hopefully, this time or next time promotion ceremony comes that, I don't get passed over. Just pass Milton. And I can wind up coming home with a purple belt. That would be nice.
Could I go to your promotion ceremony? Perhaps sing a song? Purple belt, purple belt.
No,
I didn't want to be.
I didn't mean to cause you any sorrow, Delvin. Dang.
So I'm gonna go look for names now. See who all has joined the show.
Check in the chat. Let's check the chat.
That was secretly trained to be Snake Eyes. I think Snake Eyes is secretly trained to be Delvin. That's what I think is happening.
I mean, he's doing a better job. Well, no, Snake Eyes would probably have to gain about like 50, 60 pounds. Couple fried chicken meals, maybe.
Couple trips to soul food. He'll be all right.
Follow-up question from Gene on the video games. What's your favorite video game series for each of you? You know, like Castlevania. And Gene just answered. My answer for that is Castlevania. It's my favorite video game series. I also love Tomb Raider and Legend of Zelda. Those would be my big three. And with that, I'll pass it to Delvin. Favorite video game series?
I'm going to say the first one that popped in my head, and that'd be Mario. I mean, Mario has provided a lot of entertainment over the years, and if probably the game that I have played most ever and put the most hours in ever was Super Mario Brothers. Me and a lot of people, I would bet. And then and for that matter, Super Mario 3. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's my favorite of the series. I don't think they've ever made a better one.
It's so fun and original. Between that and I've definitely played a decent amount of 2, which was also fun, and then played how much Mario Kart. Especially because I told you I tapped out around really early 2000s on the gaming console, but back in the day, Al Lemaire was the beast on Super Mario Kart. Like
I actually remember that from college.
Oh, he was such a. Oh, Courtney's here, so I won't curse.
He's a bad person.
Such a B word. Yeah, such a bad person. Oh my goodness, man. So yeah, I would say Mario. Mario has provided me a ton of entertainment over the years.
You know, I'll tell you right now that my son and I, my older son Jordan and I, we're working on. I want to keep on saying Mario, but it's not. It's Luigi's Mansion on GameCube.
Okay.
And that game is insanely creative and fun. I was like, like I said before, Mario 3 was always my favorite, and then everyone that came out after it was like, that's okay. And they all sort of blend together to me in some ways. But Jordan was like, let's do Luigi's Mansion, and I was like, okay, another Mario game. It's okay, but it's better than okay. It was wildly creative and a lot of fun. So Luigi's Mansion.
I gotta let my cat out. So
I think I have a banner for that. Let's see. Here we go. There we go. I do. So we'll never know the answer for Jason's video.
Cat Fancy, the
I'll
video
tell you what,
game.
I'm going to try to guess it, and when he comes back, we'll see if I guess correctly. I think Jason's favorite video game series is probably going to be the Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront games. I know he loves those, so that's my vote for Jason's
What console was that on?
It reached its height of its popularity on like the PS2, Xbox time frame.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think Jason's going to go Battlefront.
Word.
That's my guess. But yeah, I wonder what other people in the chat. I haven't been able to watch the chat, so I don't know what other people's favorite gaming series are.
No one really mentioned gaming systems. We do have did you see the follow-up that Derek William Crabb had about video games?
I have not scrolled down that far. Jason, I guessed what your favorite video game series would be. Now you can reveal, see if I was right. He's on mute somehow. I didn't do it this time.
Me neither.
I muted before I left. Yeah, 3 that I really like. Out of those 3, I'd say probably my favorite is the original Battlefront series, Battlefront 1, Battlefront 2. Drake and I still break that game out and play it. I don't like the one on the PS4.
I didn't like the new one either.
Yeah, it was just like,
for some reason I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, they started doing that thing where, like, after you drop the $70 for this game, if you'd like to actually be competitive in it, you can buy these add-ons. And Weasel don't play that.
I don't know why. I just felt like maybe my skills have deteriorated or something, but I felt like the newer Battlefront was too hard.
Too complicated.
I was like, I'm not having fun. This is just annoying. So I pulled it out and put it back on the shelf. And I actually might have stuck it on eBay, actually.
Yeah, I didn't care for it either. I played it on Drake's. He didn't like it as much either. We just break out. I found a PS2 like at a used bookstore and bought it for like $10.
Nice.
And so we play Battlefront 2. Then the other one we play is Ultimate Alliance a lot too.
The Marvel Superheroes co-op beat 'em up game. Those are pretty good.
Yep.
We've been known to pop those in from time to time here as well. Easy question for Around the Horn from our public relations director, Courtney Holland. We'll start with Jason. Favorite color, go.
Red.
Wrong. Delvin, go.
It's probably either black or blue.
All right. Yeah, and I'm a cheater too. I like green and purple. My two favorites.
I just thought, I'm amazed that I went with Mario Brothers for the gaming console and not Final Fantasy.
Oh, you are a Final Fantasy guy.
I played so much Final Fantasy, and that was the reason I got a PlayStation to begin with, was Final Fantasy VII. And before that, I had my lowest GPA per quarter because we were in a quarter system at Auburn. Thanks to Final Fantasy III, I played that game so much. Oh my God. It was so fun though. There's no regrets. I got a degree. I got a decent paying job, so it's okay. But yeah,
it's just a fantasy.
Yeah, I played every iteration itself. I bought Final Fantasy 15 years ago, and I didn't play it. I still have it, and I didn't play it. Even during COVID times, it's like I put it in, I'm like, yeah, it's time to play it. I didn't play it.
You put it in and you didn't play it?
I put it in. I didn't play it.
Didn't play. Well,
Yeah, for me it's like getting over that hurdle of actually committing to put it in the machine. Once it's in the machine, I'm playing.
I could tell you one of the reasons why though. They switched it and they sort of wanted to cash in on what's popular now, which are the shooters, the first person shooters. And so a lot of the stuff has to do with you have to dynamically target stuff. I'm like, man,
turn-based player.
Turn-based. Go with the turn-based. Keep the graphics pretty. Let me beat some sort of fancy-looking dragon at the end, and I win. That's what I want. I don't need anything else more complicated than that. It's like now you got a target and the dragon's moving left and right. I'm crap with a gun. Don't give me no gun.
Don't give me. I'll tell you what. This might turn into just video game chat, which I think we have doing it live stream on the books where we're supposed to talk video games the whole time on our planning books. But anyway, best RPG I think I've ever played was Chrono Trigger on the Super Nintendo. And that game was, you'd love it, Delvin, if you've never played it. It's very Final Fantasy-ish, and you end up leaping forwards and back in time.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of cool functionality to that, to where, you have to have a certain plant or something like that to move forward. So you have to go back in time, plant the plant, then jump forward in time to the time that the field is completely grown and all that stuff. So it's kind of fun like that. It's got a neat layer to it. Chrono Trigger, ladies and gentlemen, if you've never tried.
Well, I didn't play that. I haven't played Chrono Trigger, but that sounds like, and I didn't play this one either. It sounds like Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, it has an Ocarina of Time vibe. Here's Ocarina of Time. I keep that handy at all times in case I need a copy of Ocarina of Time. It's always with me. Actually, I'm about to record and I finished it because Jay and I, this has been our quest lately. We finished that one. So I'm going to record and I finished it for Ocarina of Time.
Oh.
I always have a game going with Jay and a game going with Jordan. Jordan and I are in Luigi's Mansion right now. And Jay wants to play Skyward Sword next.
Never heard of it. What's it about?
It's a Zelda game. It's the Zelda game on the Wii. It came out right after Twilight Princess. It's like the most not talked about Zelda game. It's not bad. It's just
flew under the radar.
Yeah, it's not. I guess it's not as good as the other ones. It was, in that day where motion controls, were a big thing. I see we got our friend John Beatty in the chat, much like Courtney, who's playing Roblox a lot. Apparently, his son is. I know, like a lot of the young people are Roblox players. My son plays it at Roblox thing. Man,
that's a new one for me. I don't know anything about it.
It's basically online Legos.
Okay,
you could build this huge universe of Legos. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Minecraft. Roblox has a lot of different little games in it you can play, as far as I know. But it's a rave with the young people.
All right, that's what the kids are playing.
I saw something on the chat though. Oh, that's dangerous. Yes. The answer is ask us anything. So we probably shouldn't have told him that, but that's all right. Let's see. Jeff says, or Rick says that they're playing. This is our all video game episode. Stardew Valley. I don't know Stardew Valley.
Me neither.
All right, Stardew Valley.
Okay.
And who knew?
There are some people that mention stuff like Michael Wagner says sequel chronology cross is fun, but to complete it, you have to play the game 3 times through. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the time sink.
Yep. So yeah, currently, we're, like I said, just working on Luigi's Mansion with Jordan, and about to start Skyward Sword. I beat it when it came out back in the day because I'm a big Zelda player. But
now my son Grant plays Overwatch on that. I saw somebody mention that Twitch channel, so I was watching him compete in a match. He's with the Wichita Warlocks, I believe.
Overwatch has got a big faithful community. I get a lot. I remember going to cons and I do the little 3-minute sketch and people would be like, "Are you familiar with Overwatch?" I'm like, "No, I'm not."
Tell me a Reinhardt.
And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I don't know who that is. Let me just pull that up on my phone." And
you're drawing Dr. Hans Reinhardt from the Black Hole.
Whoa!
Who's this?
Whoa! Look at that. Roblox launched their IPO this past Wednesday, and they're a $29 billion company.
God bless.
It doesn't surprise me because they got like action figures that you can buy at the store, and like I said, every kid on the planet's playing it. So
Roblox,
yeah.
I know Roadblock. He's a cool gem.
Definitely.
What's about a massage?
And Chola says they are all about Minecraft and Lego Dimensions. Oh,
Minecraft I'm familiar with. Drake played Minecraft for a while.
Question from Michael. Interesting question, Michael.
Isn't it?
It is. I guess I technically have used Houchin to get comics bound because we all know I'm fancy and I have a bunch of bounded and binded and bound comics. Bound is probably the right word. And we were using Omaha Bound, right? But Omaha Bound has decided to get away from the hard binding and work on some of their other projects. So they sent us an email saying, "Hey, all their stuff's going to be going to Houchin," which I think is how you pronounce it. Maybe Houchin. I'm not sure. We'll find out sooner or later. Delvin says Hadouken. I saw that. Anyways, but Omaha Bound was like designing it all and then sending it to Houchin to get done anyway. So, yes, the short answer is yes. I've had comics bound by them, and they do a wonderful, wonderful job, a great job. And so I could easily recommend them having done the binding on many, many of my books. All right, I lost my spot on the chat.
Rick has posted a question twice. It's more of a deeper question.
Oh, I got it like StreamYard's got this glitch on my screen and it's right over that. I think is it this one? Nope, I missed. Trying this. Oh, it's like a comic reflections. Deep reflection. Okay, so he asked, What is the biggest thing you have learned and gained from starting to podcast? Well, I'll throw this out there. One of the biggest things that I've gained is a network of friends all around the world. I'll kick it off with that, and someone else can pick it up from there as we think of other things that we've learned or gained.
Go for it, Jason.
Yeah, I'll just kind of build off of what Jared said. It's I've learned to respect the podcasting community, particularly those of us that do the the James Bond or the comic book gigs like we do. There's a lot of us out there, and we sure had a lot of support, and we try to support everybody else. It's really nice. It's really a lot of fun. When Rick came up to stop by to visit me, and I got to meet his wife and daughter, and he left me a bunch of cool little decals and bumper stickers and things like that. So it's just really fun to make real meaningful friendships through this medium. I think that's been the most rewarding aspect of it for me. Did I buy you enough time, Delvin?
You did. Check your text. I think Jared covered it a decent amount, but what gets me more or has touched me more, or what I've learned, is that there are a lot of people out here that, well, I mean, the comic book thing is one thing, but you kind of like, comic books come with a stigma, right? I remember years ago, like I started collecting comic books, and then I saw that I liked collecting comic books. And then I said to myself, when I was about 15 or 16, I was like, okay, well, I'll keep collecting them, but if like somebody finds out about it or they make fun of me about it, then I'll stop. Which 43-year-old me is like, whatever, heck no. But I mean, I was a teenager, so I will forgive myself for having thoughts like that. And I remember like starting to have friends in high school, inviting friends over. They saw I had comic books, and you know how many people teased me about it? Nobody, not a single person at all. I was never teased about it. And I collected in college and so on and so forth. But anyway, like I know a lot of stigma sometimes comes with like being a comic book collector, that you're seen as geeky or nerdy, as if that's a bad thing or something. And then you get to, this middle age that most of us are, and you realize that there are a lot more people like you than you may have thought. And that's kind of cool. And then you see that people are nice and supportive and of, your efforts, that you're trying to just get your little bit of geekdom or fandom out, and that community starts spreading. And it's been a really, really fun thing, because at least the way I saw it when I first came in, this was just kind of talking comic books for a second with you two, and of course Pat. And that would have been more than enough, but it's become something a lot more than that. I mean, I'm spending a Sunday afternoon talking with people on the internet, and like about comic books, or actually just about stuff that I do or that we do, and that's a normal activity now.
Yep.
And all of it's really cool. We could probably go on about this forever, but Jared, if you got something about this or something more, please go ahead.
Oh man, I think we said it all. Just making friends and connections. I mean, we podcast submissions and podcast directly with people in Australia and South Africa and wherever Donnie Z's from.
I think the Netherlands.
I'm just kidding. We know it's the Netherlands. Ongoing joke. Just
Sweden, Norway, Oswald will stop us when we get to one.
Something. So yeah, just really the connectivity, being able to share these things and find people who enjoy the things that we do, or get it on the same stupid in jokes that we do. That is a lot of fun. I will take this opportunity to not so much a question in the chat, but an announcement. Daytona Comic-Con is back on this year. John helps organize that. Nice. That's one of his backyard cons. It's a great show. Lots of fun. Every year they do a good job with it, and there are the dates. If anybody wants to put that in their calendar, if you're going to be in the Florida area, September 18th and 19th. This year, Daytona Comic-Con is back, which is the place where I got to first meet Mr. Tom Lyle. We're fans of him on the show. Rest in peace, sir. And that was a great getting to meet him there. But yeah, good show that John helps his friend put on, and it's definitely worth your time and effort.
Jared, you're going to a con this week, aren't you?
I am. This weekend, I'm going to my first con of 2021 down in, it's not down for me, it's up for me, up in Marietta, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta, called Toy Lanta, formerly known as Joe Lanta, but they've decided to expand beyond Joe, include all kinds of toys. So I will be at not Joe Lanta, Toy Lanta 2021 this weekend. That'll
walk
be
out
fun.
with like 6 Sky Strikers.
Yeah, right. I'm worried I'm gonna like completely just not only lose money on this, but like bad,
money on this,
like Edward Norton in Rounders, bad.
Oh man,
like Russian mobsters looking for me, bad.
I'll come there. I'll be your Kanish. I'm like, oh, careful, Jared.
Easy, Jared. Because I've never really done a toy show before. I've done plenty of cons where clearly they have toy vendors and all that. And in fact, Daytona's a really good con for that mix. They got a lot of cool toy folks, they got a lot of cool comic folks, and they got a lot of cool creators and me. I've never done an official toy show like this before, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, that's this weekend in Marietta. Check it out if you're near the Atlanta area and you want something to do. I think you could just simply go to toylanta.com and get your tickets now. If I'm off by that, then just Google Toylanta and it'll come right up. But I think it's toylanta.com, simple enough. Get your tickets. All right, I've lost control of the chat again. Let's see, where was I? I was somewhere.
I think you're doing fine. There's been some chatter. I haven't seen a ton of questions, but
it jumped up on me. I hate missing people's questions.
Lloyd had a question. He asked about what was the first game that you ever played.
I did see that question. I wanted to click on it, but it jumped on me again. First game you ever played. Woo!
Yeah.
I would have been very, very small. Jason and I had a friend down the street who had an Atari.
Yeah.
I can remember the first one that came into our house. I don't even know if Jason remembers this, but my dad bought a video game system, and I want to say it was one of the, I think it was called a 6-in-1, and all it really did was play like different variations of combat.
I remember. Yeah.
Okay, so Jason does remember that. I was
black tank, white tank, very.
Yep. Yeah, well, when you have a black and white TV, yeah.
Oh, so it wasn't color?
I think there might have been colors, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I think that combat game would have been first for me, and possibly Jason. I'll let Jason speak for himself.
Yeah, that's one of the earliest ones I remember. I don't know which is the first. It could have been that one. It could have been my friend who had an Atari, so we played a lot of like Asteroid Defenders type of stuff there. First arcade one I remember, because my parents never took me to the arcade, which was kind of a new thing when I was a kid coming up, and I always wanted to go. They're like, oh, that's just waste money, it's, waste of quarters and so forth. So I never could go. But then one year for my birthday, they got me a birthday card, and on the back they just taped a bunch of quarters on there and took me to the arcade. And they had this Star Wars X-Wing fighter.
The arcade game.
Mm-hmm. I played that. I sunk every quarter into that thing.
Yeah, that game was cool. Like you actually sat in it.
Yep.
I remember that.
And it was didn't last long. Those quarters flew by, but it was memorable. Obviously, I remember that fondly.
I can tell you, like I told in the chat, I can't remember the first one I played, but it would have been on the Atari, because it would have been one of those combat, Space Invaders, asteroid type games, which was, and then my cousin Tim had a ColecoVision, and I remember playing Ladybug on that one. And then of course that was when Nintendo came out a couple of years later and just blew everything out of the water. So Super Mario Brothers forever, ever. But yeah, it had to be on the Atari. Would have been the first one. What about you, Jared?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much that combat game and the Atari games. Like I said, Jason, I had a friend down the street who had an Atari, and I'm pretty sure she had ET. I remember playing that frustrating game over there.
As hell.
So, John's first game, by the way, in the chat, spin the bottle.
Yeah, no, I should mention also, because I did go to the video arcade a pretty decent amount. Of my mom would go to the mall. I would either go to the video arcade or the bookstore, one or the other. And I always was attracted to the well, not the fighters as much, even though I grew to like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. I like Street Fighter in the stand-up arcade more than I did Mortal Kombat. But I always, of course, I like playing Miss Pac-Man. And the fast one when someone went and jury rigged it instead of just a slow one. And I like the any of the four people games like X-Men or The Simpsons.
Children of Adam. Oh
yeah, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Any one of those. Yeah, love. Like the arcade infinitely better than any console game that they came up with for play. Something, it just didn't hit the same. Just having like somebody else come up and you're plunking quarters, and then sometimes that rich kid will have like more money and want you to play, and like, oh, just keep playing and plunking quarters.
You're like, okay.
Oh man, awesome! So awesome.
Some stranger you don't even know, and you're like, get your crap together, Colossus.
and you were friends. You were friends for those 30, 35, well, however long you played. Oh man, that was it. That was freaking.
I have the arcade 1-up. They released the retro games. I have the 4-player Turtles out in my building. There was no way I wasn't going to get the 4-player Turtles.
Oh, I played that all the way through with your kids when I was there.
Jason played it when he was there. 4-player Turtles is great. Just like 4-player X-Men. Oh, I remember there was like a 6-player X-Men. You could find one that was it 5 or 6? There was one that was even bigger. It was awesome.
I remember you could play, Wolverine, Colossus, Cyclops, and I thought Nightcrawler. Is that right?
There's one like
Wolverine.
Yeah, there was Storm too. You could
there's Wolverine,
Rogue. Like I said, there's a big one where it has, I think it's 6 that can play at once.
They had Avengers ones like that too, where you could play as Hawkeye and Iron Man and Captain
Yes, the Avengers.
Thank you, Quicksilver.
Yes.
I still say that sarcastically when something stupid happens to me from time to time. I'm like, thank you, Quicksilver.
You're right, though. There's nothing better than putting those quarters in. And
Jill mentioned Dazzler.
Yeah.
Dazzler. Yes.
Jason and I used to go to this bowling alley in North Carolina and play at their arcade there. And they had an arcade Superman that was kind of fun. But we spent most of our quarters, I think, on Final Fight.
Final Fight was my favorite game of all time.
I have it to this day on, I have it on a few systems, but I think the best one to play it on out of my collection is the Sega CD. Sega CD version is quite good.
Fighting through that subway, man.
Yeah.
Just dropping fools like kitchen tile. Just
Yeah, I remember the big dude. The big dude was like the mayor.
Oh, I love it.
Haggard. He had that big spin move with his fists.
He was slow, like he moved slow, like he plodded along. But once he got into the melee and he started throwing those haymakers,
he was his daughter you were out to rescue.
Yep, that was fun.
We got the shifting from video. What are your favorite board or tabletop games? I think we'll let Jason lead this one.
Okay, so
everybody, I'm gonna get a drink.
Take 5. I got this. Yeah, the board games, that's my wheelhouse. I started playing board games. I played a lot of Avalon Hill board games, the military strategy ones. I really enjoyed B-17 Queen of the Skies, Battle of Britain board game. That was a lot of fun. But the one that the kids and I always gravitate back to right now is Settlers of Catan. We love Settlers.
Fun game.
I've got a couple expansion packs like Seafarers and stuff like that you can expand. So that's the one that we play a lot of. The other one,
before you move on to your other one, Have you tried the Star Trek one? Because that one appeals to me. Star Trek Settlers of Catan.
You know, I saw it. I didn't buy it. It was really expensive when I saw it. I want to say it was like $50-$60, and I just like, oh, I don't know if I can justify putting that money down. Especially since, because I do have Settlers of Catan Germany. They have one specifically for Germany with a little bit different rules, and that one's a lot of fun too.
Oh yeah,
and it's wunderbar. But the other one that the kids and I really like is there's a Marvel superheroes Thanos Rising from the Infinity War movie. It's just one of the board games they came out with that the kids and I like playing that one an awful lot. So those are kind of the two we gravitate towards. Oh, but also in the 90s, they came out with these X-Men board games, X-Men Alert and Attack the Mansion board games, where they have actual little figurines. And there's like 18, 20 figurines. So you randomly pick like two X-Men characters on your team. So you can have like Cyclops and Wolverine or Jean Grey and Colossus or whatever, and each of these characters have certain abilities, and you have to strategize going up against different villains and everything. And the kids and I like playing that one too.
Nice. Delvin.
I'm big on board games and game shows. Heck, last night I watched the new version of Supermarket Sweep. With Leslie Jones on it, and it's a lot of fun. And then there's some new one on Fox called Cherries Wild, which is kind of like a trivia show that has Jason Biggs on it. I'm getting us off track. Board games also I really like, and like I'm a fan of the classic, the granddaddy Monopoly. I haven't played it in years and would love to play Monopoly with someone. I definitely think it's better in person, but I'm debating, like, the app costs a little bit of money, and it's like,
we could maybe do a Monopoly board game for live stream or something.
I'm reminded of the Dane Cook sketch. Like, here is everybody 3 hours after playing Monopoly. You ready? F this game.
F this game. That is me. I don't like that because you're like after hour one, you're either winning or it's like it's going to be a long 2 hours. It's like basically, how many times can I survive a trip around this board?
Yeah, I mean, and then of course, and this involves Angelica's husband once again. When we were in San Antonio, I can't remember who brought up the idea, but they're like, let's play Risk. And so a group of us got together one time and played Risk, of which I did really well and wound up being like placed in top 2. And then we played it again. And then, like, while we were in the middle of winding down that game, someone's like, have you ever played Axis and Allies?
Oh, yeah.
And we should get together and play Axis and Allies. And so one evening, we wound up going over to somebody's house, and Jared knows him, another good Air Force buddy and buddy of mine, Jeremy, came and played Axis and Allies with us. And he tried to get me to play when we were stationed together years ago. And I was like, I'm not interested. And he came and dominated everybody. And and then I learned how to play on my own, and that became super fun. And then we wound up playing other games there's so many different versions of Axis and Allies, it's not even funny. And then we played games like Settlers and any number of other games that I forgot, and all of them were so fun. I'm constantly impressed with the inventiveness of people. Heck, what's the game we played, Jared, over at Ezra's? The Ticket to
Ride.
Ticket to Ride. That was fun. That game was fun as all get out. So yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever play Fortress America? It was another one of those Game Master series that the same as Axis and Allies, but it's kind of like it's a futuristic. The United States is invaded by like Russia and China and South America, and so you have to like defend the United States. It's pretty cool. And then they also had one called. It was originally called Shogun, but they had to change it to samurai swords because of legal reasons, but it's a feudal Japan one. So all three of those came out in the Game Master series, along with Axis and Allies, Shogun, and Fortress America.
Jola. I had to laugh.
Oh wait.
He's in Fill in the Blank's house playing that.
I was dating Miranda at that time, and then like about once a month, it got to about we called ourselves Fight Club, and we would go over to somebody's house.
Can you talk about this?
It's past now. It's past now. It's okay. We can talk about it. And we would start like maybe 6:30 or 7, and we'd have to call the game at like 1, 2 in the morning because it still wasn't done. When it just looked like it had tilted into the favor of the Axis or the Allies, like, all right, we think that this side's going to win. We can call it. We could.
Well, we used to take it with us on deployments. The chief warrant officers and me and some of we'd get 5 of us together. We'd take it out of the box. We just pack the board and baggy up the pieces and the dice, and we would set it up, and then at the end of shifts, we would get together, play for an hour or two. That's how we pass the time on deployments, playing Axis and Allies.
Life is a lot of fun, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's a fun little game.
Oh, I thought you were just being real positive.
Oh yeah,
it's also what you make it. Live, laugh, love.
I'm going to throw in a couple games that we love here at the house. We play a heck of a lot of a 90s game called Tornado Rex. Jason's familiar with it. He's played some Tornado Rex. That's a fun one.
I do like Tornado Rex.
It's fun for the
no
whole.
way to win that game, but
yeah, Jason was like, "Let's go again. He would have played till he won, and he never did win."
And little Jay's like, "I already beat you 3 times."
And let's be honest, it is a game of luck and not skill, but it's so much fun to play. Tornado Rex, definitely a fun one. A game that I would love to own now that Jason and I played when we were kids. I want to say it was called Crossbows and Catapults.
Ooh, that was fun. Yeah.
Where that's what you call a floor top game, where you actually build a castle on each side. You each build your own castle, and I think you hide your king in there. And the whole point is to knock the king over, and you shoot actual projectiles across the floor to each other's castles via crossbow or catapult.
Yeah, each side gets 1 crossbow, 1 catapult, projectiles, and you have to. It's a little engineering because you got to kind of try to build your castle as sturdily as you can, and yep,
I love that game.
Yep. Then I found model glue for my castle. Worked really well.
Yeah, I never could win after the model glue.
It's like it just bounces off. I don't understand.
We also love Screaming Eagles, which is an 80s jet fighter board game. I keep all my board games under this literal table, by the way. So there's the G.I. Joe Commando Attack game, Heroes Quest, He-Man. There's Axis and Allies. Ghostbusters game, which Jason took the time to teach us how to play when he was here last time. That was fun.
Ghostbusters was fun. I had fun with that. I want to play with the kids. Well, they're not kids anymore. My sons, my adult sons.
You grown men, child.
Grown man who adults me with my board games.
Oh, well, you know what? Let's we can continue board game talk, but I have a couple of easy questions.
Okay.
That have popped up in the chat. Again, the chat kind of keeps jumping. Ron wants to know, is John Beatty the best or the greatest inker from a Secret Wars issue? Both, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. What about Secret Wars 3? There's some inker there that's probably really good.
They'll stir the pot. I give him best inker of all time award. Everybody knows that. It won't be long now before some of his issues start popping up on some Longbox shows. We are rapidly approaching the early. Where are we now on Crusader Chronicles? Like 1979?
We're in 79. We're about to cross over into 1980.
Woo!
Big 80s coming up.
Here's the easy one from John. If you ever had to go number 1, there's only one men's room and it's occupied, knock on Lay's room, see if it's open, and proceed.
Not for number 1.
Whoa,
number 2. No,
number 2.
Look, if I had the number 2 and the men's bathroom was,
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Sorry, ladies. I blew it up.
Oh my gosh! I not for nothing, but if you haven't seen that clip that went around the old social medias of the news anchor that got his producer to put that story up about the man who was
Blowing the bathroom up.
Yeah, blowing the bathroom up at the hardware store. I will laugh every time I watch that one. Just the joy on that guy's face that she actually read that story on the air. Oh, anyway, but yeah, I have, yeah, in a case of emergency, I have ducked into the ladies' room. Jason?
I'm trying to think. I think there was one time where I was waiting in line and a lady actually said, "You can go ahead and use this one."
Jason had that look of great concern about
I was like, I was, you know how the dog looks at you when it's she's like, yeah, you can go ahead. And so I did. That's one time I can remember. But for the most part, for number one, nah, I'll hold it. And to be honest, most of the time, let's be honest, most of the time the men's room is moving faster than the ladies room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's the question of the day right there. Oh goodness. All right.
I saw that question pop up. I didn't know if you were going to put it. I was like,
yeah, I did too.
It's ask us anything. Yeah. I've been to the ladies' room. Whatever. Okay, so all right. So I will expand upon that. That happened at one time when I was at Maxwell in Montgomery, and we actually had we were instructors there, and there was an instructor's male locker room and instructor's female locker room, and they're both the same size, right? But as the percentage numbers of military tends to go, we were probably about 75% male, 25% female. So they're in and out, showered, all ready to go. They're done, while the guys is all bogged up because there's like literally 100 of us in there. And I really had to go, and they were all taken. I was like, I wonder if the ladies' room is empty at this time because there's so few of them. So I knock and anybody in here? Anybody in here? Nobody's in there. So I did. I used the bathroom there. While I was in there, I realized they had a really nice leather sofa in their ladies' room, and we opened up our own PC gaming room for our squadron, and we did a little midnight raid and stole their sofa and put it in our PC gaming room. And boy, did that cause what you might call a kerfuffle. Emails were being sent out. Who knows what happened to the sofa from the ladies' room?
I don't know.
Couldn't tell
y'all were tempting fate. Don't mess with that sofa. That's all I'm saying. And then I'm reminded, like, guys never have sofas in there, but it's like, that's probably for a good reason. Guys would like do bad things on the sofa anyway. So like, you don't give guys nothing. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, keep the guys moving. Just keep them moving through there. Don't give them any comforts or luxuries. That's true.
Hey, Courtney says she's flipped the script and has used the men's room before. All good.
Well, when
you gotta go,
it was
go.
It was co. I mean, it was it was co-latrine. So
yeah. When I was working my day job back in the helicopter industry in Fort Rucker, some of the facilities there was a men's and then a men's/women's room. Once again, because of the percentages, like in the mechanics realm of helicopters, it's like 90% male, and during breaks and lunchtimes you can imagine how overwhelmed those get. So it's actually a men's and a men's/women's where women have the first rights to it, but if there's none, then it's a free game.
At the end of the day, it's all pee and poop,
It is. That's how we should end every episode. At the end of the day,
it's all pee
and poop.
All pee and poop.
Okay.
Oh, which is funny because the next question I saw pop up, and again, my chat jumped. This we've talked about the after. Let's talk about the before. What's everyone having for dinner?
I'll take that one because I recently subscribed to the Blue Apron dinner service.
Oh, you fancy?
Oh, dude, you should have told me. I could have gotten you some free meals.
Oh, dang me.
We do Blue Apron. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, so I'm going to do it's a pasta dish with Italian sausage and okra. So that's what's for dinner for me tonight.
Okay. All right. Delvin.
I think it's from a Vietnamese place, but I didn't get pho. I just got some combo fried rice with assorted meats that are mixed into the fried rice. That even saying that, I'm hungry.
Now I'm hungry.
I heard
John.
the door. I heard the door close. It's like, y'all better be glad I like y'all, because I want to get up and eat that dang fried rice right now. I'm hungry, y'all. So that's what's for dinner for me. What about you, Jared?
Hang on.
Chicken.
Jay Bird, what's for dinner? What are we having for dinner? Don't know. What? All right.
What is it?
Apparently, whatever I'm making. So I get.
So nothing. Pizza.
Yeah. Sounds like a pizza kind of night to me.
What pizza do y'all get?
We is that like an ask us anything question? We're gonna pass this around. We typically go to Hungry Howie's is usually our go-to. We have Hungry Howie's, Domino's, and Papa John's, and we have a Mellow Mushroom in town. And we we'll get to all of them, but our usual is Hungry Howie's. They win by default because, as you guys know, you've been to my house before. I live a little bit out of town, about 4 miles out of the main town. They're the only one that will deliver to us, so they won.
They win.
But we really do like them, so that is good. We also have a red brick pizza that we can get delivered as well, and it's all right.
I think I recently had some Hungry Howie's last weekend, actually, when I was hanging out with a buddy of mine, and he had like a free coupon for Hungry Howie's. It wasn't bad.
It's good on the coupons too. Yeah, it
was kind of like
good.
Yeah, it's like if Little Caesars is here, Hungry Howie's is like here.
I like Hungry Howie's better than Caesars.
Like, I mean, I'm talking if like Little Caesars, like maybe like.
I give it more, but it's all personal taste.
It's not bad though. I mean, trust me. If somebody puts some hot Little Caesars in front of me, it's like, you want Little Caesars? All right. Like I'm not putting on airs about the pizza now. Just
I'm not trying to get fancy with my pizza.
Yeah, not trying to get fancy. We usually go to Marco's Pizza around here.
Yeah, we got a Marco's. We do have a Marco's.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever had been to a place that was nearby Marco's. It's like right around the corner from us. So usually when we default to pizza, we wind up getting Marco's more than anything. There's a Papa John's nearby, and we're kind of like, and Pizza Hut stopped being able to deliver warm pizza to my house about 14, 15 years ago. So I stopped going to Pizza Hut.
Okay.
It was the craziest thing. So of course, I was in the Air Force, and this trend started in Texas, where like I lived in an apartment complex. Like, all right, let me get some Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut came, it was cold, and I'm like, ugh. And like, all right, kind of don't want cold pizza. I could have got a DiGiorno's or something. And then fast forward a few years later, lived in Maryland, ordered Pizza Hut, same thing. Went back to Texas after I got out, same thing. It's like, all right, the 3 different places, Pizza Hut, cold pizza. So,
I can't remember the last time I had Pizza Hut delivered.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah, I mean, due to like dietary needs, I actually don't eat a lot of pizza. But
yeah, same.
There are some places that do have the either cauliflower crust or the keto crust. You're not missing anything.
No, I'm not.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Dude, it's not. Well, but that said, one of my buddies, he there's like a keto crust that he makes, and then he puts his toppings on and stuff. That is good. If you home make it, there's some recipes for it where
I've done that. Where you use like a cheese based or cheese based crust and bake it. Yeah, I've done that.
That's good.
I also don't mind like scalping it and putting it into a wrap and making a pizza wrap. That's not bad.
That's not a bad idea.
I say, be careful, Jared. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ignore me. It's not for sure.
But we do have a joint, just a mom and pop joint here called Trifecta, and they have some of the best pizza I've ever had. Period.
That's the place we went to, right?
I don't know. It's in Daleville. I can't remember if we went there or not.
Where's the place we went with Clint?
Probably Trifecta in Daleville. Or did we went to the Roma? We went to the Roma in downtown Enterprise.
No, we haven't been to the Roma yet.
Okay, then we must have gone to Daleville. Anyways, yeah, I love that pizza. That pizza is really, really good. But it's a good thing it's in Daleville because I have to try. If it was in my town, oh Lord, watch out. Oh, somebody brought up CC's in the chat.
Oh, Cece's was so good, man. The buffet,
CC's.
man. Hit that buffet.
CC's. I think they went out of business.
They did, and I saw somebody mention it. It's like E. coli breakouts will be dropping. I had CC's in a minute. I ain't gonna lie, I loved it in college, but I want to take us back because I saw the comment and it just made me laugh. John mentioned about the whole bathroom stuff. Said, I used to hate the guy that was in the bathroom to offer you towels, gum, cologne, and was dusting your shoulders off while you're at the urinal.
Oh, I missed that.
Like, look, John, if someone was dusting your shoulders off at the urinal, you might want to file charges. But those other things,
I found it.
I will give you the guy credit because, like, for instance, anyone who runs a porta-john like thing, like someone has to come and have a business of taking these poop and pee-filled things and taking them and getting disposed, and whoever's doing that's making a decent amount of money. Why? Because no one wants to do it. On a much, 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 much smaller scale, you've got the dude that's willing to sit in that nightclub smelling pee and poop all night to offer you those breath mints that he got from the store down the corner at like a markup rate. So I respect the hustle, at least, is what I'm saying here. I respect it.
I've never had him brush the dust off my shoulders while I was in the middle of doing my business. Bro.
Wait a minute. Why are you using both hands?
Oh, we're going to move the show along. Now, I tell you what, I did think, too, this looks pretty good to me. I got to try that out.
That's the keto pizza.
That's the one that
it's hard for me to find the almond flour. And the one I do, it's always like the wrong one. It's always like you needed granulated and you got degranulated or something. I don't know. I always have the wrong kind.
Right around Thanksgiving, Miranda made a pound cake with almond flour in it.
I remember you mentioning that to us on one of our recordings.
Mm-hmm. And it turned out differently than the pound cake. So it didn't like completely come out of the pan. And she was like super disappointed by it. And like she grew up, she's big on presentation. And I'm like, and I saw her looking disappointed, like I'm about to throw this away. And I'm like, hold on, let me try a piece of this crust.
I put it in the pan.
I can't say what I said to her, but I was like, don't throw this away. We will turn this into a crumble. It's good. Trust me. Don't throw it out.
Put it in a bowl and then put milk in the bowl and eat it like cereal.
What we wound up doing is got some vanilla ice cream, scooped it out, put some vanilla ice cream on top of it. Money. It was so good.
Oh, all right. You know what? We got to do giveaways.
Oh, that's true. Holy cow! Yeah, it's getting
like giveaways.
Where'd the time go?
Yeah, I know, right? If you guys want to be entered to win our giveaway, what should they put in the chat today, Delvin?
Honey Busket.
Ask us.
But ask us in the chat if you want to be entered for the giveaway we'll do in here in just a few minutes as we roll on out of here. So we've had a good time today, but we got to do our giveaways.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote down as many names as possible. Right now, I mean, we got 15 watching right now, which is awesome. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. If you haven't already, please give us a like. And we hit 100 subscribers this week, thanks to people like you. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please add.
We'll take 101. We'll take 101, 102, 103.
And so again, ask us in the chat if you want to be entered to win a giveaway prize today. And of course, Crusaders Club members are going to win something, whether they're here or not. So if you want to become a Crusaders Club member, that information is scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Okay, I got Chola.
I got it, Jared.
Okay.
I tried to write down names of people who were just on the chat because there's some who had to drop off, like Michael Wagner. I wrote his name. I have GL, Angelica, Rick, Courtney, Jeff, Derek, William Crabb, Michael Wagner, Gene Hendricks, Blast It or Stash It, John Beatty, and Ronald Went. I know I'm missing a couple.
Ken Solo has appeared.
Well, Ken gets put on there then.
Hey, Ken. Ken is an excellent artist in his own right. Really good at coloring. Good digital colorist.
Gene says, Axel says, ask us. Okay, it was just a bark, but I'm translating.
Oh, good. So we're getting those names down. We got him. We got Gene. Good. Anybody else want in on that? While we're doing that, let me get the Crusaders Club member taken care of.
Heck yeah.
I gotta pull that page up in my tab here.
I'm trying to get one of my buddies to become a Crusaders Club member. Patrick, he came on last for the Outburst one.
Oh, that was fun. We're going to be doing that again soon, folks. So
that was a lot of fun. I mean, like I've always had fun doing these, but that was really a lot of fun.
It was.
Except when we lost, which sucked. Y'all cheated.
You guys got that really hard card at the very end.
I had my mom and dad playing along as we were watching the recording. I was like, "This is the last one we did," and they were like, "They were having fun." I just sitting back.
All right, looks like we currently have greatly appreciated 31 patrons. So I will put the cursor in a random spot, and I will count from there. Jason, give me the number between 1 and 31.
21.
31, 21.
10, 12, 13, 14. Good song, Delvin. 20 and 21. It had to happen sooner or later. We're paying that international shipping, boys.
Where's
Paul Hicks? Boy,
oh boy.
Just won for the Crusaders Club. He's going to win the Jyn Erso action figure from Star Wars.
It's going to go to a land down under.
So Paul Hicks, for being a Crusaders Club member, just won that. If you want to be entered to win, regardless of whether you're here for the episode or not, again, the information is at the bottom of your screen, patreon.com/Longbox Crusade. You can get in on that. I think it's like $15 or $20 a month. Is that right?
No,
it's Jared. Impossible. That's what I was been told. Like, there's not enough money on
$50 is it?
It's only $1 a month.
Yeah, you can get in at the $1 level. We got the $5 level, the $10 level. They all have their different rewards. But yeah, for as little as $1 a month, you too could be winning stuff like a Jyn Erso action figure sent right to your front door.
Put it on your shelf.
Hey, Jared, I saw a question that GL asked some time back that we missed that you might be interested in. He asked, which one of us is the funniest?
Clearly.
Everyone put your hand up.
Let's just give it to Pat since he's not here. Let's be nice. Pat.
Pat can be darn funny, man.
Pat can be very funny. Sometimes even on purpose. Oh, all right. I think we got that. Probably bought enough time to get everybody on the list. How many do we end up with, Delvin?
And by all means, chat, please let me know if I forgot somebody who was here and I just forgot the name. But I wrote down everyone's name. GL, Angelica, Fetty Wolf, Rick Heineken, Courtney H, Jeff Dodd, Derek William Crabb, Michael Wagner, Gene Hendricks. Shouldn't count Gene and Blast It or Stash It, should I?
No, they're two different people.
They're two different people? Mm-hmm. Who am I getting confused with Blast It or Stash It? Whose show is that?
A Huey C. Omix.
There we go. Okay. So, yep.
Blast It or Stash It.
Blast It or Stash It. John Beatty, Ron Went, and I put in Ken's as well.
In Green Lantern, I did snitch my brother out to my parents and said that he would not let me join the Crusaders Club, and they told me to, grow up. I still don't get a Sky Striker. Can't join the club if Jared doesn't let me in the club. This is my life, man. It's just my life.
Oh, why did we make Kathy sad? Is it because she didn't win the Crusaders Club prize? Don't worry, Kathy. There's going to be plenty more opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I did get your message, Ken, so that's cool. Awesome. Okay.
Ron said pass on him, so I took out Ron and put in Bite Monkey instead because I saw his name pop up before.
That's right. Bite Monkey was here as well. Okay, so last call. Anybody else need in for this raffle? If you didn't get your name called by Delvin, just put ask us in the chat.
Yeah, please let me know. I would hate if I missed you.
Kathy's not on the list. She said you didn't read her name on the list. Oh, and I can tell you why, because Delvin is watching the chat via YouTube. She's on Periscope. So
okay.
Okay. So
I'm glad she spoke up, or else she would have been on the list.
Heck yeah, Kathy. I'm sorry about that. Please. So I'm glad that you spoke up. You are now included. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 13, folks. So is that how many you got, Jared?
Let's just say yes, since I didn't write anything down.
Okay.
Yeah, Bite Monkey said he switched over from Periscope to YouTube. He wasn't going to miss out on his raffle chance. And awesome. Okay, that should get everybody. I love it. Okay, so how many did you get, Delvin? Total 13?
I got 13.
All right, so you're going to put your pencil in a random place, and then Jason, give him a number.
I'll go with lucky number 7.
Okay. Well, since I was going to number them randomly and hope for a random number, but since I already put 1, I'll just start going in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Derek William Crab.
I think he won something last time. Shenanigans. But anyway, in the spirit of Action Film Face Off, he is going to win both of the Zorro movies on DVD, which haven't appeared yet on Action Film Face Off, but by God, they're going to.
They will when that time comes up. Those are 2 great movies.
So he's going to get the Zorro 2-pack, both of the Zorro films with, what's his name? The dreamy guy. Antonio Banderas. Has appeared on Action Film Face Off.
After Zeta Jones, directed by Martin Campbell.
Who also directed what? 2 James Bond movies, Delvin?
Oh, God.
There's no way he's gonna get that.
No, I'm not even gonna guess. I don't know. But if I had to guess, I would probably say the Timothy Dalton movies.
No, those are both Glenn. Glenn directed both of those.
Yep. He directed GoldenEye and Casino Royale.
Nice.
2 good ones.
Uh-huh.
Well, they're all good. All right,
also
so that was
the Green Lantern movie, but we won't have that again.
Yeah. Derek William Crab on the Zorros, and Hicks. It's going to cost us $1,000 to send this to him. Good thing we've got lovely Patreon members. Again, if you want to join that, the information is at the bottom of the screen. We appreciate each and every one of you. We've got a few of them here today. I know Kathy is, and Rick is, and Shola is. Yeah. Thank you all. I probably forgot other people. I'm sorry. I should never start lists if I don't know everybody who's here. But we appreciate the heck out of each and every one of you.
That's what the Patreon money goes towards, is sending stuff to Paul Hicks and Donnie Z, who lives in Narnia or the Shire or something. I don't know.
Awesome. Okay. Well, with that is about it. Unless anyone has any last minute questions, let's let you guys know that we've got, of course, more podcast content coming your way. We ask that if you haven't already, turn your podcatcher to Longbox Crusade or on Her Majesty's Secret Podcast. If you're more of a James Bond person, you will find us there. Constantly making content there. And then we will be back here on the first Tuesday of next month for Creator Spotlight, where Mark and I will talk about our upcoming comic book Shipwrecker, along with a special guest who will talk about whatever it is they are working on. So that'll be the first Tuesday of the month. We will be back here. And then after that, what are we, the second Tuesday, Delvin?
Have we decided? I think we did second Tuesday this month.
We're second Tuesday. Pretty sure we're second Tuesday. Keep an ear out for that. We'll be back for New Warriors 2. And Joe Thomas comes in at the buzzer. What up, Joe? He's on Facebook.
Hey.
Courtney asked a pretty important question about T-shirt information.
T-shirt information. I really need to make a banner for that. I meant to do that last time.
Yeah, I sent the link to you via text, but
determined it was T Public. Is that who we're using?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you go to tpublic.com and you search for Longbox Crusade, you can find the merchandise that we have listed there.
And you can get T-shirts, baseball shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs.
I'm about to make a banner for that, so I won't ever have to remember to do this again.
Stand by.
GL, appreciate it. Talking about the first New Warriors episode, come out to play. Oh, and I'll talk up Angelica a little bit more because she told me that she is starting to pick up a run of the first 75 to try and catch up with us, and she is of course intrigued because there is Angelica Jones who shares her name. So I said she's a keeper. She's one to watch out for. Oh. She had a great story arc over 75 issues, that's for sure.
Oh,
that was Firestar, right?
Yeah,
that was Firestar. Yep.
So
you have to come play with us one day, Jason. Sorry, Jared. Go ahead.
No, I did finally grab the link and put it scrolling across the bottom. Like Delvin said, it's probably just easier to go to TeePublic and search for Longbox Crusade, but that's the actual link that it just popped up for me. And you get cool stuff like the Saturday Matinee Theater T-shirt, or Jason's wearing an Action Film Face-Off shirt, or all kinds of stuff is available there. So there you have it.
Got to be careful though. You can go down a rabbit hole with some of these.
Shola says she got her tank top.
Nice.
Woo!
Which one did you pick?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. You got the Action Film Face-Off, right? That's the only one to get.
The Bite Monkey asked if we had any pogs.
They may be pogs on there. I don't know.
We need to bring pogs back.
It's like if we're playing Chrono Quest, then you go all the way back to 1992. Pick up some pogs. Come back to 2021.
Pogs were the thing. I had some X-Men pogs. I remember back in the day.
Oh, and looks like another question at the buzzer. Delvin, find anything else about Blue Marvel? I don't know what that is.
Blue Day.
What did Joe ask me about Blue Marvel? Dude, send me a text. Remind me, because I remember you said something and I was like, duh. So get back to me.
Isn't he the guy from the Avengers?
Blue Marvel, relatively new character that they kind of retconned into Marvel history. Immensely powerful.
Yeah, yeah. He's like one of the smartest. He's like a scientist too. Smart people.
Someone's gonna have to give me a shot on this because I'm Facebook is difficult for me, so I need to see this Facebook shot. So one of y'all make sure I get to see that.
Okay.
All right.
See what I can do about that.
It's weird when you have just like a page. You don't have as much functionality as like an actual user. So it's a challenge for me every time I get on Facebook. But I definitely want to see Chola rocking our merch.
Mm-hmm.
That needs to happen. So
and Helka, if not, just send it to me via message.
Very cool. All right, gentlemen, that is about our hour and a half. We appreciate you guys spending your Sunday afternoon with us. We really enjoyed this. It's fun. We talked about video games, going to the bathroom in the ladies' room while we're having dinner, board games,
yeah.
And just our monthly reaffirmation that John Beatty is the world's greatest inker, always was, and always will be. All right, with that, I think it's time to act froze, everybody. Thanks for being here.